guys, it's Kerima and welcome back to another video. So finally I'm getting this lunch idea video out for you guys, and yeah, in today's video I'm going to share with you 5 different recipes that my family love. They are simple and easy. They're really quick, so if you're a busy mom like myself, if you're a working mom, or even if you're a stay-at-home mom, these are really easy recipes and they're somewhat healthy. Some of them are a little more fun than they are healthy, but for the most part, most of the recipes are healthy and I'm almost sure your kids will enjoy them. But before we jump into the recipes, I want to thank Built Bar for sponsoring this video, and I want to share them as the first kind of lunch idea or lunch snack that you guys can try. Built Bar is a protein bar that is high in protein but low in calories and low in sugar, so it's a guilt-free, pleasurable snack. I'm having the carrot cake with walnuts, and this bar has 160 calories, 18 grams of protein, and only 4 grams of sugar, and it pretty much tastes like a candy bar. They have 18 different flavors to choose from, so I'm sure you'll find something that you'll enjoy. And if you're just looking for a high calorie, easy lunch or even breakfast, this is the way to go. If you never tried them before and you'd like to give them a try, you can use my discount code. It'll be below and it'll be on the screen as well, and you can save 20% off your order. So again, I want to thank Built Bar for sponsoring this portion of this video, and let's jump right into the recipes. Okay guys, so this first recipe is one of my favorite lunches to have. It's super easy to make, and it's something that you can whip up really quick in a large batch and have throughout the week. This is a pasta salad, and all you need is some pasta. I'm using rigatoni, some Italian dressing, 1 red onion, an avocado, and some cherry or grape tomatoes. I'm also going to be adding some chicken for extra protein. So the first thing we're gonna do is boil the pasta, since that's the only thing we really have to cook. I'm only making 4 cups of pasta, but like I said before, you can make a big batch of this and have it throughout the week. But only my husband and myself really eats this dish. The kids don't really care for the pasta salad, so I'm just making enough for him and myself. So like I mentioned before, I'm going to be adding chicken, and I did not plan on cooking the chicken because I picked up a rotisserie chicken from Costco, but they're never quite fully cooked to me. Maybe I'm particular, but I do not like my chicken pink on the inside, but I rather it undercooked than overcooked because at least I can cook it a few minutes longer. So I'm going to put it in my air fryer on the roast setting and roast it for about, I don't know, maybe 10 more minutes. So while the pasta was cooking, I took that time to chop up all my veggies. That took me about 1 minute. This is about 1/4 of an onion, 1 whole avocado, and maybe a handful of grape tomatoes. And again, I'm making this dish for 2 people. And once the chicken was done roasting a little bit more, I just chopped up a part of the leg and breast and seasoned it lightly. I used some salt, some Creole seasoning, Tony's Creole seasoning. I literally put this on everything, and some black pepper. Now that the pasta is done, you're going to drain it and put it in a bowl and just add all your ingredients on top. So I'm just putting in my tomatoes, my onions, and my avocado. Now you can make the pasta just like this, but like I said, I just put the chicken. I wanted the chicken for added protein, so I'm going to add my chicken as well. And now you just want to add your favorite dressings. Now, I do have recipes for homemade dressing, but homemade Italian dressing, but the best type of dressing for this is either Greek dressing or Italian dressing, or rather that's what I prefer. So I have some Italian dressing here and some Greek dressing here. And I think I'm gonna add a little bit of Italian to this and mix it. So I don't measure out the amount of dressing. So this is really your preference. I like to sprinkle a little bit on the top, and then I'll mix it and see if it needs more. You can do a little taste test and see if it's to your liking. You can add more seasoning, you can add more dressing, you can add more veggies. It's really however you like it. And that's what I like about this salad. It's really simple and easy, and you can dress it up however you like. And that is it. You put it in a bowl and serve. I added a little bit of parsley on top for decoration, but it's that simple. This whole meal literally took less than 10 minutes to cook and prep and put together. Okay guys, so this next recipe that I have for you is one of my favorites. Have I said that for every recipe? But truly it is. I don't know if you guys have a place named Zoe's Kitchen next to you, but that's one of my favorite places to eat. And I am making my own take on a Mediterranean bowl. And this is pretty much all the ingredients that you will need. You do need to add a grain. I am doing brown rice today, but you can add quinoa, whatever you like. And I am going to add some protein with chicken. The only thing I really need to prepare today is my brown rice, which will be pretty quick. I am making it in the Instapot here. I'm gonna turn it on and get it cooking. And that's the only thing I actually have to cook. The chicken, I'm going to use that same rotisserie chicken that I used in the last recipe. That's what I love about rotisserie chickens. You can use it for many recipes. So I'm gonna get this rice cooking. I'm gonna heat up my rotisserie chicken and I'll show you how I put my Mediterranean bowl together. So if you're not making rice in an Instapot, I don't know what you're doing while you're wasting your time. Make your rice in Instapot. It is so simple. For the brown rice, I'm doing 2 cups of rice and 2.5 cups of water. That is it. I'm gonna pour the water in and kind of let the rice settle in the water. Now I don't rinse brown rice. Brown rice is just not as starchy as white rice. As you can see, the water is absolutely clear. And you know, when you pour water over white rice, it turns white because of all the starch. You don't have those issues with brown rice. So 2 cups of rice to 2.5 cups of water. Now, if you're a person who likes to rinse your rice regardless, you would probably do 2 cups of water to 2 cups of brown rice, because the wet rice will hold some of the water, so you won't need that extra half a cup. Okay, so now I'm just going to add my lid. It's fighting me. Just make sure your Instapot is on sealing and not venting. If you have this pot, then it does it automatically. And I am just going to go to pressure cook, which is already on. I'm gonna change my time to 20 minutes for brown rice. Brown rice needs to cook a little bit longer. Uh-oh. And then make sure it's on high pressure and start. So here is my rotisserie chicken that we had from yesterday. You can add any type of protein to these bowls, whatever you like. Normally when I order them, I like mine with steak or salmon, but chicken is what we have already prepared. And again, I'm gonna keep lunch simple. I don't wanna do too much cooking. So I just diced mine up into small pieces so I can put it in the bowl. And I'm gonna season it because these rotisserie chickens don't come with any type of seasoning. I'm keeping it simple, just a little bit of black pepper, some salt, and some Tony's Creole seasoning. Okay, so while we are waiting for the rice to cook, this is a perfect time to prep your veggies. As you can see, I chopped about 1/4 of a red onion. The kids don't really do onions, so I don't really cut any for theirs. I cut a half a cucumber, 2 tomatoes, chopped up some parsley, and 1 avocado. Now, this is a sad looking avocado. It's a little riper than I wanted it, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with a little brown spot. Brown avocados matter in my house because I love avocado, so no avocado goes to waste. We got a little bit of chickpeas here. I just had the canned chickpeas. Feel free to get them dried, cook them however you like them, but everything is prepped and ready. And while we're waiting for the rice to cook, I'm just going to show you what I do with these veggies here. Okay, so I took all my veggies and put it in a bowl, except for the avocado because I don't want it to get mushed up, and the beans. I just took the red onion, the tomato, and the cucumber and parsley and put it in a bowl. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil to the bowl. We're just basically gonna season it a little bit because we want the bowl to be nice and tasty. So we are going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil in there, and you're going to salt and pepper to taste. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt on top and add a little bit of pepper, and you're just going to mix that in, mix that together. And again, you're doing it to taste. So if you want to add a little extra olive oil, if you want to add a little vinegar, extra salt, pepper, you can do that. And listen, our rice is ready. Perfect timing. All right, so now everything is done. Our rice is in the bowl and you just plate it. So I'm gonna put a little bit of our veggie mix here on top. I'm gonna put some garbanzo beans, a little more garbanzo beans than I wanted, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna put some of our chicken and some avocado. It's a little bit sad, the avocado, but it's okay. Still tastes good. You can add a little bit of feta cheese. Now I didn't show this, but you can add some feta cheese if you kind of want that authentic Mediterranean flavor. I just do a little bit of feta because I'm lactose intolerant, so we don't need all that trouble in our lives. I am gonna add some hummus. You can do any flavor hummus. I like roasted red pepper hummus and pesto. Those are 2 of my favorite, but you can do or plain, whatever you like. So I'm gonna do like a nice dollop on top. Let's do 2. And the last thing I'm going to add is some tzatziki, and this is going to be pretty much your dressing for the bowl. I love my white sauce, so I'll do a double dollop of that, and that is it. So here is a close-up of lunch, and the beauty of these bowls, this can honestly be lunch or dinner. It is so filling, packed with veggies and protein, and it's delicious. If you guys try it, make sure you let me know. Okay guys, so we are moving right along to the next recipe, and this is a really simple one. The reason why I have this bag on display, because this is what I'm using. So I am using these chicken strips that I got from Aldi. They're actually really good. Now you can prepare your own chicken for this. You can get some chicken tenderloins, fry them up and have them pre-prepared and use them for lunches, or you can do it the easy way like I'm doing and just get them pre-packaged. It's not the most healthiest way. Of course, if you want it less processed, then you'll prepare it yourself. But I didn't do that today. Sometimes I do. This time I didn't. So we're using this. So the only real prep you need to do, or cooking you need to do for this meal, is cooking the tenders. I'm making them right in the air fryer. So I have strips in there, and I'm just going to cook them for 15 minutes on 400 degrees. I had already started it, but I didn't show you guys, so I had to stop it and come back and show you. So we're gonna let that cook and prepare the wraps. For some reason, I feel like I didn't even say what I'm making. I'm making chicken wraps 2 ways. So I'm going to do a buffalo chicken wrap and just kind of like a ranch BLT style chicken wrap. I feel like I didn't actually say that. So now let's prepare the wraps. Okay, so now I just have my spinach tortilla here on a plate, and I'm going to show you guys how I make my ranch chicken BLT wrap. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is add a little ranch. I'm just using Kraft's ranch dressing. Add a little ranch to the tortilla. I don't like too much, so I just add a little bit and I spread it out. That way it's not like dripping out when you're trying to eat it. And then you can always add some more on the side if you like extra. I'm going to add some lettuce. Couple of pieces of lettuce. I'm gonna add some tomatoes, and this is super simple. This is how I would make it for the kids. Obviously I don't put buffalo sauce on my kids wraps because they're not about that life. I'm gonna add a couple of pieces of tomatoes, and then I'm going to add my chicken. And add your chicken. These are big pieces of chicken, so this last one I think I'm gonna break it. Ouch, that's hot. This is gonna be a big wrap. Now if you wanted to make a healthier version of this, I would suggest using grilled chicken. I'm gonna add some cheese. I might have to take some of this chicken off because I'll never be able to close this thing. So you want to add some cheese to the top, and of course the last thing you want to add is some bacon. Now normally I would have added cooked bacon, like whole bacon, but I don't have any bacon cooked and I want to make a quick lunch. I'm gonna add bacon bits. It gives the same effect, I promise. Add some bacon bits all over that. Doesn't it look delicious? And you know, go crazy with the bacon. You can consider this your cheat meal. Or you do grilled chicken and there you go, it's balanced. But I'm just gonna add some bacon and then I'm gonna wrap. Okay, so I did end up having to take one of the pieces of chicken out because it was not going to close, and it's still pretty full, but that's okay because you want a nice hearty lunch. So it won't be pretty, but it's gonna taste good. And of course, the next thing I like to do is put it on a sandwich press, and I'll show you that in a second. So here's my sandwich press, guys. I just put my wrap right on top. And I'm gonna let that crisp up because I like the cheese to be melted. I want it warm and I want my tortilla crisp. Now for the buffalo wrap, you wanna heat up some buffalo sauce. I am using the one by Sweet Baby Ray's. I actually prefer the buffalo sauce from Frank's Red Hot, but you gotta use what you have. Put a couple of strips in here and I'm just going to like heat that up and cover the chicken strips in the buffalo sauce. And we'll use these to make our buffalo wraps, buffalo chicken wraps. Okay, for the buffalo chicken wrap, I ran out of the green tortillas. We actually eat them. So this is not just for YouTube. This is like real life lunches for us. So we ate all the rest. So I'm going to use these whole wheat wraps that I had in the fridge. Now these are smaller, which is gonna make it a lot harder for me to wrap as like a burrito. So we're gonna do kind of like a taco style, but same concept. For the buffalo chicken wraps, I'm using blue cheese as my dressing. I'm just gonna put a little bit on there. And same thing, I don't like a ton. I prefer to add it on the side if I want more because I do not like stuff oozing out of my food. I just don't want it to be so messy. We have our dressing there. I'm gonna add more lettuce like we did before. And our tomatoes. So it's gonna be like a taco style. And we're going to add our chicken top. I like mine with the cheese. And a sprinkle of cheese on top. And just for fun, let's just add some bacon on top because I love bacon on everything. Add some bacon on top. Now if I had the larger tortilla, I would wrap it up like a burrito, but this is gonna be like a taco style wrap. So I'm just gonna fold this in half and we're gonna put it on the sandwich press just like that. So now that we have it wrapped up, we're just going to place it on the sandwich press. Oh guys, I'm trying to do this with one hand and not burn myself at the same time. And let that cook. And if you don't have a sandwich press, it's the same thing. You can put it on a mini grill if you have a small tabletop grill, or you can do it in a pan. You just want to toast the tortilla pretty much. And while that's cooking, I'll show you our ranch chicken BLT. Okay guys, so here is the finished product. This is our ranch chicken BLT wrap. Of course, I'm serving mine with a side of fruit. We have some sliced apples and blueberries, and here's what it looks like on the inside. Cheese is melted, perfect amount of ranch dressing. Now that looks like a good lunch. If you try it out, make sure you let me know. And of course, we have the alternate version with the buffalo chicken. So you have your buffalo chicken wraps with the blue cheese dressing, and of course, a side of fruit. So you have two alternatives to the chicken wrap, and you can have your favorite or share with a family member and have one of each. That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do half and half. Okay guys, the last lunch idea I'm gonna share with you today is one that you're probably used to seeing on my channel, but it would not be a real lunch idea video for me if I didn't make it because my kids eat it all the time, and that's homemade pizzas. So we like to keep it real simple. Now you can make homemade dough. I'm just not about that life. So I am using some naan bread. I got this from Aldi. I either get the naan bread from Aldi or Costco. Costco really has a better price. So if you can, get it from Costco, but it's not that bad at Aldi. It's $2.99 and you get 4 flatbreads, and it's the large ones. And we're gonna make a homemade pizza. So I'm gonna show you how I make it for the kids and for my hubby and myself. Okay, so this is really simple. The first thing I do is spread a little bit of olive oil on each flatbread. And I just kind of put a drizzle. Ooh, see, this one's kind of sideways. But I put a little drizzle on each one, and then I spread it with a little brush here. And if you don't have a brush, use the back of a spoon. You know, we make it work. Use what you got. So you want to spread that out for each of them. And I don't even really know why we do this, but that's what they do in a pizzeria. That's what we're doing. The next thing you're going to add is your marinara. This is just some marinara sauce from Aldi. And we're going to do it the same way. You're going to add some to each of your flatbreads or your crust for your pizza. And we're gonna spread it out the back of the spoon. Now this is a small pan, so I'm making it work. Probably gonna finish this, but you want enough to cover the entire bread. I mean, you can do it to your liking. If you like less sauce, then put less sauce. If you like more sauce, put more sauce. We like pretty much an average amount of sauce. And like the big tomato chunks, if I get a bunch of those, I just kind of scoop them back up. Is that gross? We usually finish these and throw them out because you just, I don't know, kids are funny style. They don't want big chunks of tomatoes in their pizza sauce. Bam. Next step is your cheese. We get these big bags of mozzarella cheese from Costco, and I really think this is a great deal because you get 2 big bags for the price. So if you eat a lot of cheese, it's a really good deal. We're gonna spread mozzarella cheese on each of the pizzas. And we like a moderate amount of cheese, but this is the fun part of making your own. You can make them exactly how you like them. Now we're gonna do one more over here, and usually the kids can make these themselves. Well, Chloe can, and Kingston likes to help, so it's even an easy lunch that the kids can make themselves. So the next part for us is the toppings, and for the kids I'm just going to add pepperoni. Actually, for Chloe I'm going to add pepperoni because Kingston is a hit or miss when it comes to pepperoni. Sometimes he likes it, sometimes he doesn't. So I'm not going to put any pepperoni on his. I'm going to put a few pieces of pepperoni on my husband's and mine. We're gonna share. All right, there goes the oven. The oven is ready. I forgot to tell you guys, make sure you preheat your oven for 400 degrees. So it'll be ready by the time you're done adding the toppings. So for ours, we're gonna add some spinach, as you know. Need it to be a little bit healthy, or at least it makes me feel better. That's the balance. I like to add a lot because you guys already know how spinach is. This will cook down and it will be 3 leaves on there. So there we go. That is good. I like to add some tomato to mine. Behave, tomato. Add some tomato. Also like to add some red onions. I like a fun pizza here. Other than that, without all the toppings, I would not enjoy it. And the last thing I'm going to add is a little bit of bacon bits. Bacon bits to the pizza, and there we go. Look at that, the difference between an adult pizza and a kid pizza. So now we're going to put that in the oven, and we are going to let it cook for, let's see, 6 to 7 minutes, basically until you see your cheese is fully melted. All right, so again, preheat your oven to 400 degrees, and you're going to cook it for about 6 to 7 minutes. It looks so good, and it's not even cooked yet. Okay, and here is the finished product. So all in all, this took less than 10 minutes to prepare and cook, you guys. It actually cooked in 6 minutes. We have pepperoni and bacon pizza for Chloe, cheese for Kingston, and I like to call this the everything veggie pizza for hubby and I. So if you guys really like these kind of videos, you like these kind of meal ideas, cooking videos, let me know and I'll make more of them, but only if you enjoy it because this stuff is a lot of work, but it's fun. Obviously we eat, and I love sharing my cooking ideas, my recipes with you guys, and even if it's a recipe that I got from someone else, I love sharing it with you guys. Again, thank you so much for all the love and support you showed to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you guys.